A very warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us on Health and Wellness. My name is Zaitun Ali. Guys, it's December. I hope the festive season, the happiness is here with us because we're looking forward towards an amazing Christmas coming along and a prosperous 2025. Thank you for always tuning in every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here on KTN. And today the topic of discussion is about physiotherapy and chiropractic care. And joining me on set, I have Dion Jogu, who is a physiotherapist. Karibu sana.
Asante.
She's not a stranger to these screens and this show. I'm glad to have you back again. We also have Dr. Petty. I normally say her name in a short form because it is Peteka Ngobeni. Yes. Is that right?
That's perfect.
Ah, nice. She is a chiropractor. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you. Since the last time we met, Dr. Petty, you've learned Swahili, I presume.
Kidogo too.
Kidogo too? Let me know what you've learned.
Habari.
Do all your clients talk to you in English?
Not necessarily, but if they start with Swahili, I try and move along until a point where I can hear them. That's where I ask them to interpret for me.
But you can listen, you can hear a few words here and there.
A few words here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, how's the practice been right here in Kenya?
So far, it's been great. It's been a wonderful experience. I've learned a lot, and I've grown a lot in the past year. It's been a year, right?
Yeah, it's been a year. But actually, it's been a year. In terms of medical highlights, which ones have you reached so far?
I've experienced a lot of different cases than in the previous years. And of course, interacting with other physicians, other specialists has been the highlight, and learning from them. So learning from other professionals is always enlightening for me.
Okay, that is amazing. Dion, great to have you.
Thank you.
Probably you can start for us the show. The topic of discussion, physiotherapy and chiropractic care. So we can start by defining each and every one of them and how they are connected.
Physiotherapy is a medical profession which treats most of the diseases without using medicine. I tell people physiotherapy is so broad such that we started from the raper ward to intensive care. And that is what will be then on the other side as physicians. So physiotherapy is very, very important in our human life. You can take it as a lifestyle or a collection or a rehabilitator. Because if we ask you who needs physiotherapy?
Exactly.
Everybody needs physiotherapy so long as you are able to wake up in the morning, go to do what you do, and come back.
Oh, wow.
So if we can say now in the medical field that, let's say people who get sick, if you get what people call cerebral malaria, after the medical doctors kill the bacteria or the parasite malaria, you become very sick. You can't move from your bed to go even to the toilet. Sometimes even turning yourself from left to right. The person who is called by the physician is a physiotherapist.
Okay.
So we come, we strengthen you, we make you, mobilize you, ambulate you until you are almost nearer to normal as possible.
Okay.
When we can see that because of the way you have been sleeping there, lying there, your bones of the spine are very, very weak. So that is the time we bring in the chiropractor to align you better. That is one. The other thing is that is if you get sick. And you see, for physiotherapists, the area which is very, very effective is on the spinal column.
Okay.
Because the spinal column is the one which brings us what we call nerves. Peripheral nerves, which make you even blink your eyes, which tells you move your leg, lift your arm. So any nerve affected at that area, The only way is after the medical doctor finishes with the major chemical things, he gets you to physical therapy, which is physiotherapy. That is medical. Suppose you get an accident on this Mombasa road, you break your leg or break your back or a shoulder. The doctor will go and set up the bones back to normal. If there is any tear, it repairs it. But after that, he will tell you, go and see a physiotherapist. So what will the physiotherapist do? He will take you, rehabilitate you to take you back to what you used to be before.
Functional.
Nearer to what used to be before as possible. That is injuries. We have lived with medicine. Sometimes people get paralyzed on the face alone. Majority of people will tell you they got a witchcraft, but you find that the nerve which supplies one side of the face, we call it Bell's palsy. The only person after the doctor gives you anti-inflammatories is you go to a physiotherapist who will try to rehabilitate that nerve and strengthen the muscles of your face so that they go back to normal. Otherwise, you find yourself twisted to one side, like if you're having, some people call it the stroke. Okay. Which is not a bad idea or wrong things they say, because even a stroke is managed or rehabilitated by physiotherapists. Okay. Because they settle everything. That is in the medical field for physiotherapists.
And also, Dr. Petty can put a stamp on that when it comes to now chiropractic care.
So definitely physiotherapy and chiropractic work together because we work on the neuromusculoskeletal system. That means the nerves are involved, muscles are involved, and joints are involved. So we try and make all of those components to align, where that's where we call an adjustment, whereby we are aligning the spine. Joints of the spine basically are so important because at the end of the day, your spine hosts your spinal cord. So from there, the nerves come out. Those nerves are going to all parts of your body. So that in itself helps a lot in terms of functionality. When your spine is aligned, your nerves are going to work better. Your muscles are going to work better. So at the end of the day, we try to make all of these systems work in unison.
Okay. And even as they're saying all that, Dion told me that at the end of this episode, someone is going to walk away with one session of physiotherapy. Please tell us your clinic again.
Our clinic is called Chiropractic and Physiotherapy Health Center.
Located in?
We have one branch at Karen, Kongoni Road. The other one is in Waiyaki Westlands. And the youngest is on Kiambu Road. Oh. That is at Ridgeways.
A new branch,
A new branch.
Kumbe kuna pesa hapa. I know Petty is not going to understand. Lakini kumbe at least this this field is generating a lot of funds. It's a good thing though.
Might be there is money, but our aim is not really to make money.
True.
It's to make people to have a good lifestyle when they are living, to enjoy their lives.
True.
You see, we talked about medical conditions which physiotherapists deal with. You have talked about injuries.
Yes.
You can even sprain your ankle. There's no other shortcut except physiotherapy.
I know.
Look at economics. When you people are sitting here working with, everybody is bent over.
And we are talking, by the way,
doing things, posture. So we are having our youth, all of them in a bad posture, which is causing them to come and see us. That is where Dr. Petty comes a lot, because somebody comes with a humped upper back, because they have been bent over for too long. And what will she do? She is putting it back.
Okay.
What do? We train this person to be able to sit properly. You'll find that even when they are using their phone the way you are using yours, instead of texting the phone from here, you bend over.
Like this?
Yes.
Like I always do. Imagine.
That is also a disease. You have to bring it to us because you have developed a poor posture.
So let's talk about this posture now that you've brought it up.
Yes.
And I know it's part of physiotherapy as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
And the chiropractic care. So
Yeah.
what does it entail when we talk about posture?
Posture, since you are a young child who went to school in primary school, the first thing the teacher used to tell you, always sit upright. Yeah? You sit upright and you go next to your desk. When you started leaning on your desk, your teacher complains and taps you to be sitting upright.
Yeah.
That's where the posture starts. In primary, everybody really have the best posture. Let's go to high school. Because of the way they play, they hurt themselves. All the sports they do, you find them, they change the gait, which they have been working with. So instead of having now the upper back, it goes either through the lower back or to their style of walking. They change their lifestyle, the walking style. Somebody goes like he's sinking one side or something of the sort.
Tuna bounce.
Yes. Oh, it is called the bouncing.
Hey.
That is when they go to come to university or colleges, this becomes worse because you can't tell that person what gait, what style they sit with, what position they are in. Because it is completely opposite of what you are supposed to do as a human being.
What?
Yes.
So what do we term as the ideal posture?
Let's start with the sitting.
Okay.
When you are sitting on a chair, you should always feel your back well supported. If you have no back support, feel taller than your height. You feel taller? Taller than your height. So that how you know that you have become taller than your height, you always feel your tummy tucked in.
Oh.
That way, you are upright. And with that, it supports your spinal column, which Dr. Petty talked about. So this is always the secret. Can we have always our tummy tucked in, but you breathe in and out. You don't hold it.
You're trying to tell us with the big tummies there. When we pose for photos, you know, we hold our breath.
No, you don't hold your breath. Just tucking. Can we say sucking?
Sucking it in.
Sucking in your belly button. That helps you to tuck in your tummy in. And that way you will be able to breathe in and out. That way.
So I'm upright?
Yes.
Like this I'm upright?
Yes, you are. But you always put your legs on the floor.
Oh.
At least 1 foot apart.
1 foot apart. So like this, the way Dr. Petty, we are crossing together. You're even crossing. You are an expert.
Good reason.
Yeah. She's going off the script as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're supposed to be?
When you're seated, always feel your feet apart. Knees apart, and always sucking your tummy in. When you suck your tummy in from the belly button, you don't stop breathing. You feel very easy to breathe. That is the first thing. But if you are working when seated, always look for a step to put your foot up.
Oh, up?
Yes.
To elevate it a little
bit. Just to step like, let's say 6 inches block. You put it in front of your seat. If you are working, because if you are seated the way we are here, we don't need it to put our feet on anything. But if you are in the office, whatever you are doing, always make sure that you put your foot one at a time up.
Let's be honest. How many offices have that provision?
And that's why we are here. That's why we are here to explain what makes you need it. The reason is when you put 1 foot on top of the bar, you help your pelvis to tilt. When it tilts, it gives a gap between your lower back, which helps the spine to relieve pressure. Because when you sit this way for long, all the weight of your body goes to the spinal column. But when you relieve a bit, the spinal column relaxes. When it relaxes, it's able to give its blood supply and nerve supply easily to the muscles, and the message reaches properly. But immediately that posture is changed, you will come saying when you sit for long, you feel pain at the lower back. So the only way to make sure the lower back doesn't suffer from any pain, always get a step. I said it's only 6 inches.
Okay.
You step, even you can step both. It helps the lower back very comfortably.
And I once asked you, as
Yes.
with the mini skirts, today I'm even lucky I'm in a trouser.
Yes.
So as with our mini skirts, how can we elevate? You know, we always like to cross our legs, you know, looking demure, sophisticated. This is what we love. So
I
what do you
don't
do?
blame you, but your dressing is your style.
Yeah.
So even when you do sit that way with a miniskirt, why are you scared of anything? See, you wanted to be that smart.
10-0. 10-0, Dion. 10-0.
You sit the way you came.
Yeah.
Whoever doesn't like the way you dress, it's unfortunate. So if you know you have to be properly positioned and sitting proper posture,
Yeah.
if you feel a miniskirt won't let you, don't come with it. If you feel you're okay with it, it's okay.
Even my director anambia hapa kwa long shot kidogo hawezi chukua juu because the sitting posture. But right now I'd like to address you kidogo,
Yes.
Dr. Petty. When you're talking about chiropractic care, what does it entail? And to what point are you now needed as when we're done now with physiotherapy?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as she was explaining about posture,
Yes.
another issue that we are dealing with is consistency. So, if you are sitting in that posture and it's just for an hour, I think it won't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
The problem is when it becomes a habit and you're doing it on a daily basis. People are working 8 hours a day or even more now that we're working from home. Now you find yourself working for long hours, sitting in an improper position on a daily basis.
Okay.
So that creates a problem because we call that repetitive small traumas. So at the end of the day, your soft tissue, which is your muscles and all of that, they get used to that bad posture, and your joints follow in, and now it just causes you to have a generally bad posture that now incites pain. So of course there's other things that can cause back pain, neck pain and all of that, but most readily it has been due to posture.
Okay, and when I come for a chiropractic session, what do I expect?
So expect a proper examination of currently where you are in terms of your posture and what you are struggling with in terms of your biomechanics, meaning how you walk, how you bend forward, how you bend to the side. So we want to assess all of that movement. Remember, chiropractic is about the movement of the spine and other joints. So we want to see you in motion, and we want to see what motion is lacking. So once we've done that in our examination and through our orthopedic tests, now we want to find out also what are other things that are causing you pain. And in your history taking, obviously you would have mentioned why you since when did you start having the pain, and all of the factors surrounding your pain. That will help us to further assess what might be going wrong. So definitely expect a good examination, and then a good history taking, and then now also following that is the treatment or the treatment protocol, whereby we explain, okay, this is what might be going on with you, and from here on, this is what we want to do with you in terms of treatment, and then this is what we expect from you in terms of treatment. Because at the end of the day, treatment depends on both the one who's giving the treatment and also the receiver of the treatment, because after that, there needs to be what we call rehabilitation and learning new behavior. Even if we find some misalignment from how you have been sitting for years and years, we need to now advise you how to sit from now on going forward. So that means behavioral changes need to be implemented. So that's where we come into teaching you how to sit properly, what are the things that you can do and use to help you Hence, we have some pillows, some supportive instrument in order to help you to now get you back into a good behavioral changes that will help you not to go back into that pain.
Okay. So you're trying to say we can correct something right now?
Yes.
And it reoccurs again?
Yes.
Because the lifestyle is still the same?
Yes.
So that means also one session is not enough?
No.
Definitely, yeah.
With the ergonomics, the issue here is that it becomes a lifestyle for you to be visiting a physical therapist at least twice or once a month to correct or to maintain the posture all the way you are taking care of yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, to be checked, as she said, to be checked how you have been in alignment or you are getting off alignment all the time.
And are there conditions that can actually force one to be seen by a physiotherapist and a chiropractor at the same time? Or can I just see a physiotherapist alone or a chiropractor alone and I get better?
What there is, I would say, about our center.
Yes.
It has been, of course, I hear some are coming up. We found that when you do physiotherapy alone, which will work on your muscles, nerves, and tissues, it makes you feel relieved. But if your joints had moved out of position, you'll come back within 2 weeks. So that's why we combined our clinic chiropractic and the physiotherapy, so that immediately we are sure everything is in good terms. We refer you to the chiropractor to be able to put you in alignment so that the function, even of the nerves, becomes back to normal.
Well, okay.
So you heal quickly when we combine.
And it's complementary.
Yes. So if I see you for 3 sessions, Dr. Petty will see you for 2 sessions, and we show you the exercises to do, and you have to go. You come after 1 month, we check on you.
And I can tell you for sure, I've been trying this new posture and my lower back is aching because I'm not used to it. You told me to sit taller.
Taller than your height.
Oh, my lower back is hurting. And after the break, we are taking a short. Okay, we'll prolong a little bit on the break. We can just take one question to you, Betty, in terms of chiropractic care. So what does it treat apart from posture? Because I know after the break, you are going to show us, you've talked about the exercises and you're also going to do some alignment here and there. But what else can it treat apart from posture?
Okay, I would just like to mention the general ones that we know, such as headaches, neck pain, back pain. Obviously, those are ones we deal with commonly, but because the effect that posture or even misalignment have on your nerves can cause radiculopathy going into the arm or into the leg, so a person would feel lower back pain, but it's radiating. Sometimes it can be due to a disc. We have discopathies, meaning that the disc either becomes herniated or it bulges. So that is due to different pressures that are coming onto your spine, of which we need to re-educate and help you to heal from. So whatever that is bothering you, rather come and make sure that it's in whatever joint that you are having feeling pain or feeling that it's not moving as it should. Definitely take a step and come. Don't wait for too much pain, because pain, yes, is important to make us know that there's something wrong, but functionality is much more important, and it's important to restore functionality before the pain kicks in.
Okay, that makes sense. And actually, like we're talking about the lifestyle, Dion.
Yes.
Weight is a factor, a huge factor in terms of people having backaches, even leg cramps. Can you talk about that and how it intensifies the pain?
Well, because when you find somebody putting on some weights, And if it is not sickness, it means they are happy.
Are you sure?
I've said unless maybe, but most of people, when they put on weight, when you live wherever, being young at 25, you are very trim. Maybe another 3, 4, 5 years, you find that you have put on weight. So this is because your heart is happy and you are able to accumulate some more fat. So what we tell people is that try, before you reach the age of old age, which the weight is not controlled, try not to go beyond 10% of your body weight. Because if you go more than 10%, this is what causes even a poor posture in walking and standing, even in sitting. So when you put on a bit of weight, let's say you put on at like 20 kilograms, the first people to suffer is your lower back, because the tummy will come up whether we like it or not.
I know.
So it affects your lower back. The other place to get hurt is your knees. The knees don't go straight anymore. They go bent, trying to carry this body weight. Then your upper back will curve forwards, trying to step forward to carry the weight, and then the neck will be a bit in. So you change the posture of especially walking and standing. So any weight, and the last one is the feet. The feet are not used to that type of weight. So you will start finding that you're always feeling pain on the heel, because you are carrying more weight than they can stand. And that way, you start now changing all your body structure. Some muscles will grow tight, some others will grow loose. And in the process, weight is the source of, if no injury, no disease, weight can cause you to have a very poor posture and affect your musculoskeletal posture and make you feel pain.
Okay.
Yes.
And on that note, I want to take a short commercial break. We are coming back with more because we'll be doing some exercises hapa pale kukandwa kidogo, unajua, with Dion and Dr. Petty right here in studio. So remember, my fit is from Lugo Collections. Check them out on Instagram at Lugo Collections. They make amazing bespoke suits, both for ladies and gentlemen. Nakwambia next year ni mwaka wa kuvaa suti. Usiachwe nyuma. So stay tuned. This is Health and Wellness. We're coming shortly after this commercial break.
Baadaye anti.
Mkuu, umetufikisha home poa. Asante. Pia wewe pata kakitu ikufikishe home.
Nunua any 280-gram Cadbury Dairy Milk Packs ama Cadbury Drinking Chocolate. Visit cadbury.africa uandikie someone special your heartfelt message ya kumshow thanks. T's and C's apply. Cadbury, there's a glass and a half in everyone.
Prison is very tough. It breaks you. It's very, very tough. From the environment where you're sleeping, the language, the food.
The sweet taste of freedom is only known by those who lose it. Prison life can break one's spirit, even the strong ones. It is one thing to be guilty and praying for acquittal or a lenient sentence, and it's another when you're innocent, facing incriminating charges.
Maisha ilikuwa ngumu pale, kwa sababu mawazo ilikuwa mingi, kwa sababu mimi sikutenda kitendo yoyote. Nilikuwa naomba nikiuliza Mungu, kwani nini sio mtu kama wale wengine?
The arresting officer who said to my face that I had been handpicked to carry the cross on behalf of the bank.
You have cried until there are no more tears left. You have prayed and begged God to remove the charges. You have asked yourself so many questions. The constant one being, why me? Why would someone lie just to destroy my life?
Huku serikali ikilaumu kuchelewa kuundwa tume ya uchaguzi IEBC, Rigathi Gachagua dai kuna njama fiche.
Nasema kwamba mkono ambao unapeana ndio mkono ambao unapokea.
Wanasiasa waendelea kuitetea michango kanisani, wakikariri kuendelea kuitoa kwa sababu wamelelewa hivyo kupitia mafunzo ya kanisa.
Hao wa Kenya wakisema mambo hapana iko sawa, hapana pigia hao makelele. Hao ndio wamekuajiri kazi. Makasiriko ni ya nini?
Na aliyekuwa naibu rais Rigathi Gachagua amtaka Rais William Ruto kukoma kuwakemea wa Kenya hadharani. Wasichana 200 Marsabit wafuzu na mbinu mbadala za kubalehe kuwasaidia kujikimu maishani, ikiwemo elimu, kuambatana na siku 16 za harakati dhidi ya dhulma za jinsia.
Hi babe, I miss you so much. Kuna time yangu leo?
Kwenda?
Niko na shughuli naenda kufanya.
Najua uko na shughuli. Ila wapi?
Usianze mama.
Baba, nina hofu sana. Na usitarajie kuwa Kongo atachilia hivi hivi bila vita. Bangu kwa. Sitauliza mara pili. And I'll not allow you to talk down on me before my family. Oh, familia. Hii familia inajua maovu unayofanya. Hii familia inajua kwamba wewe na Zito mmehusika kumteka nyara babangu. Inajua hii.
Mimi ni kama mradi kwenu. Na kila mnalolifanya ndani ya hii nyumba ni kwa manufaa yenu nyinyi wenyewe. Hamjali kuhusu maisha yangu na hamjui lolote kuhusu upendo.
All this is happening in my house, under my roof. Yani binti yangu ni mjamzito ndani ya nyumba yangu. And I know nothing about this. Yes, man.
Joining us, remember this is Health and Wellness. My name is Zaitan Ali, and before the break the topic of discussion was physiotherapy and chiropractic care right here on KTN. I'm still joined by Dr. Petty Ngobeni, who is a chiropractor. I'm also joined by Dion Njogu, a physiotherapist. Naliwambia after this break, Masani ya kukandwa, we just want to see some of the benefits of physiotherapy together with chiropractic care as well. So stay tuned, guys, as we see. And this session, Dion, I am leaving it to you.
That's okay.
Yes.
So when a patient comes to us as physiotherapists, we always want to check on their posture before we start anything. And the first one, I will tell her to move near me.
You have enough space? Let me push this for you.
Yes.
No problem.
If we look at her this way, I know you can't see it from where I'm doing it, but you will find that her right shoulder is more enlarged compared to the left, which tells me that she has been overusing the right hand more than the left.
Yes.
So that is a point of checking that when you go to the bed, she is already, the shoulder is higher on the right than the left, causing her neck to bend to the left. So that is one point we check. Then when you come to her lower back, it has lost its curvature.
Yeah.
We are supposed to have arching inwards so that you can be able to see the curvature on the lower back. So that is what we did check for the first time. Put your hand on the shoulder and the other one there. Then when you are there, I will ask you to turn to look at me from the left. Look at me.
Left.
Can you see me?
Halfway.
Halfway. Good. That tells us she's being limited to move that way. Turn me the other side. This is better than the other one, which tells us now the muscles of the right are weaker or tighter than the left. Then the other thing we will ask her to do is to try to bend down without bending her knees to touch her toes. That one we look at flexibility.
She's done it.
And she has done it very well, which tells us there is no tightness around this lower part.
Wow.
Then stand up straight. Then when you are there, we ask you to go down to the side. Imagine you want to touch your knee without bending. You are bending already. So you just go there. How does that feel?
It's painful.
Painful.
Yeah.
The other side. Don't bending for once. You should be upright. That already tells us that she has an issue of her trunk. With the bending, the trunk, the lower back is not bad, but the muscles of her trunk are completely in a bad position. Now we will tell her to lie on the bed, face on that hole. Let's go. How you go to bed, you sit on the chair.
You can just lie on the bed with me. Chunga usianguke.
You start facing on the tummy. Lie on your tummy.
On your tummy.
Yes. Good way of getting to bed. Then when she is there, we tell her to put her head down there. Bring your hands to the side. What makes you not put your hand directly? What are you feeling? Now, if you look naturally, this part of the chest is supposed to be always with a curvature.
Okay.
We call it thoracic curvature. If you look for this client of mine, it is not there. It is finished. So that tells us the muscles of the thoracic region are compromised. If you look at this area, you will see that this shoulder is higher than the other one, which tells us she is lifting herself on one side to that side. So from there you go to the hips. You go to where the hips join the pelvis. For this lady, they are very good. There's nothing misaligned. So what I will do is bend one leg up this way. In the penny jockey. Where? On the thigh. Okay. Then I will turn it inwards this way. And this way. So it is tight to get outwards, but inwards is comfortable. We do the same for the other side. The other leg could reach her bottom. This one has refused, which tells you the thigh muscle she is complaining of is more tighter than the left side. This tells you from that side already is that she has tilted all her right side higher than the left side. So she is walking taller on the right, but shorter on the left. And this can be confirmed by when you touch her hips here. Maybe you can't see it, but right hip is higher than the left. Can you feel that, my friend? This is here, this is here, which tells you now even the pelvis is sitting one higher than the other one. The other thing you come and see is her feet. Naturally, you should be this way. But when you leave her, you can see they are all falling off, which tells us the weakness at the hips is not okay. So you just have to make sure it is that. That is the natural way of having our feet, which tells us...
Serious?
Yes, that's the way she should be.
So this is in connection to the hip?
Yes. So these muscles of our hips, you see like this one? We as physiotherapists, to release this muscle. Painful, my dear? A little. So if you work on this area, by releasing whatever is tight, we will maintain that. Yeah?
Niliwaambia masani ya kukandwa. Niliwaambia.
You can see the legs agreed to stay.
Okay.
So you come to this one also. You see this area. This is what is causing the feet to turn inwards.
Oh, nice.
It is where the muscle is attached. And always we check on the sacrum whether it is sitting the right way. For our client here, it is sitting longly because this is higher than the other one. But when we palpate here, what do you feel there, my dear?
Pain.
Pain. Yeah, because the spinal column is sitting sideways for where it is supposed to sit, which we call the sacrum. So instead of being in the middle, it is on the side. Yeah? So that is something we needed to correct.
Okay.
So we can't expose her upper back, but if she were in our clinic, we will make sure we release all this muscle around here to make sure the shoulder goes back to its position. So if we put our hand here and tell her to drop the shoulder, it can't go because this is all holding her.
Well.
The same case with this one. Put there and let you see the difference. The left side is okay, but our upper back on the right is completely compromised. And that's why it is giving you up to here. So even that her spine is not
aligned.
And when we reach here, it starts twisting to the side, which is what? It's not a deformity. It is musculoskeletal imbalance.
During the break, you were telling her to change her posture.
Yes.
She was on the phone.
Yes.
But most of the people, Dion, we all look at our phones like down here. You know, you can't check your phone like this.
No. Let me show you side turn. We don't tell people to look at their phone this way. Majority of us, we look at the phone this way. You put it almost to your belly button and you start typing. You get what we call texted neck, which is very common to our teenagers and our young adults. So what I say is put your elbows next to you, that way, bend them at 90 degrees from the elbow, and you hold your... Is this so difficult? Try.
Haya, wacha ni jaribu.
On your side.
Okay.
Yes. And then
not as bad, but I still feel like I'm bending a little bit. So here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That is easier because you are using your shoulder muscles and your neck is well protected. But immediately you bend over, you are not using your arm muscles, you are using the thoracic muscles, which will get weak and get overstretched, and you lose curvature like her.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So, Jockey, you need to come and see us one of these days. Just hold on, Dr. Pete is going to check on you. On. And if she can release this part, it will be okay. Is it painful? No. Yeah, good. But it is completely off the way.
Okay. Haya, now
it's one of my clients now.
Okay. No problem. We can give way now to Dr. Pete.
Yes.
Okay, so
the floor is yours.
I'm not gonna do the SI because of the stability of the bed and how high it is. Usually we have a table, a chiropractic table, whereby we do adjustments.
Yes.
What we do first is to do a full examination and make sure that there are no contraindications to our adjusting process, because in adjusting process you are moving the joints and you are going to maybe even cause some discomfort. So it's very important that you understand the history of the patient and you've done a full examination on the patient.
Okay.
So I'm just going to demonstrate a bit for the cervical spine as well as the thoracic. The reason being that she does have a poor posture, mainly maybe because of the cell phone and all of that, and most of her muscle spasm is occurring on this side. So I'm just going to ask you to turn face up for me.
This can go lower. The bed can go lower.
Oh, it can go lower, but it's fine. We just have 5 minutes, so let's see what we can do in 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. Atakuja huko to the clinic to get better. Away from the camera.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's a camera lady. So she's saying most of the time on the right. Akikimbia maandamano kidogo hivi, you know, the camera is
so most of the weight is on her right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So hence it's frustrating her shoulder and also frustrating her neck. So we're just going to check, before I adjust, I'm just going to check a few sections and see if they are moving as well as they should. And I might be giving you an adjustment to go with it. Okay, sometimes with an adjustment you might hear a bit of a crack, like, you know, when you crack your fingers like that. Right, so sometimes you might hear that kind of noise. Nothing is breaking, it's just the joints moving more efficiently.
You're even scaring me. When you say that, I'm like, I'm anticipating pain.
Nothing is breaking. It might actually feel a bit more strange than pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dr. Petty, 3 minutes only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna feel right in there. Any pain when I touch them? I'm gonna feel on this side. Any pain in there? Okay, so I just need you to relax. Think of a nice, happy place that
Mombasa.
you like.
I felt that.
Okay. Are you okay? Did that feel painful?
Not really.
Okay. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. So that was releasing her neck, because there were some restrictions that she's had for quite some time because of that carrying of the camera, and also because of the posture that she's been maintaining. So obviously when we treat, we don't want to just isolate it to one area. We want to treat the thoracic, the lumbar, and also the pelvis in order to align the rest of the spine.
Okay. And I wish we had more time to do all that. I just want you to give us some winding remarks, Dr. Petty, about now the chiropractic care, or probably what you've identified or diagnosed from our patient here today, and also Dr. Dion, as we wind up. Yeah.
So for me, because of the way she has told us what could have caused this, you will find that we call the tummy the cylinder.
Okay.
Because from beginning here to here, it's just a cylinder. It is just wobbly, soft tissue.
Okay.
That means we shall see the muscles here tight on each side. So what we can conclude for her diagnosis is that she has what we call thoracoalgia.
What?
That inflammation and tightness of her upper back muscles, including the neck.
So how many sessions for her?
For her, she is not bad. We can see at least I will give her 4. And then I will hand over to Dr. Petty.
Dr. Petty, as you wind up quickly.
So same thoracalgia and also some cervicalgia there, and just a dysfunction in the neck and the upper back, obviously also into the lower back. Those are things that we might need to deal with progressively. So initially I would at least want her to come on a daily basis, not daily basis, weekly basis, twice a week. And then as time goes, giving to her response, then we limit the number of sessions.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. You said the clinic is called Chiropractic?
Chiropractic and Physiotherapy Health Center.
Yes.
We are at Karen Hade, Kongoni Road, Waiyakiwe in Westlands, and the Ridgeways on Kiabu Road.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just that I've not checked my WhatsApp line. 0759 434389 0759 434389. I'll give one complimentary visit to their clinic. So please let us know the problem that you're going through. Is it a back pain? Is it a neck pain? Let us know, and then we can find one suitable person to just come to go and get their care. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
and
you.
also thank you to you guys for tuning in from the start until the end. It has been a health and wellness with me, Zaitun Ali, and make sure to check out this very episode on YouTube at KTN Home. But right now we give space for the KTN news coming right up. Until next time.